Hi guys, Demonic Angel here again tonight, and I thought I would talk about a pretty easy basic topic that I have not covered so far, and that's I'm going to talk about the left-hand path versus the right-hand path a little bit, and kind of where I blend my magic out of the two. So basically, to start off with, the right-hand path means anything that is done to heal somebody else with selfless intent. So it's basically stuff like Wicca, and people who use healing crystals, Reiki, those types of things to heal people. It's looked at as not a selfish thing. It's magic used to heal, and that is sort of the right-hand path philosophy in a very, very small nutshell. It's just easiest to think of it like right-hand path, you think, oh, healing, and it's a good reference. It's more complicated than that, but the right-hand path is healing. Then, of course, there is the left-hand path, and that is basically any type of system that uses magic not just to heal, but to forward your own personal existence, your own personal will. It's things like sex magic, voodoo, Satanism. These are all left-hand occult. And basically, I kind of blend the two together because I got my start in Wicca as far as learning about magic as a system, and learning to heal to me is really important. Learning to heal others is important as well, because when things get crazy and wild, or sometimes and dark on the left-hand path, I could take things that I've learned from the right-hand path, like healing and pulling out those healing stones, like I said, wearing them every day, to capture that sense of wholeness and that comes with healing and complete balance when harmony is in check. So I know a lot of people who start off with Wicca and they go on to other magic systems, and that's totally fine. You can go about that really either way, but when it comes down to it, I definitely say I am more part of the left-hand path, because I like to heal people a lot. I really do, and it's still such a beautiful thing to connect with. But the left-hand path isn't just about selfishness. It's about your own personal exploration of you and your journey, and experiencing all these things that are going to that bind us here. It's like we're stuck here, we're alive now, and even though it's a lot of fun sometimes, it's also a lot of pain. And that pain, the left-hand path recognizes dealing with this pain. It's like when I do think that sometimes people who've been through a lot of trauma, or sometimes people who are loners and other things like this, turn to magic because, specifically the left-hand path, it makes you feel empowered. Maybe it's just that sense of feeling empowered that people are looking for, and I think magic can provide that. but I think that it's that raw feeling that people want to connect to, that, hey, if somebody does me wrong, if somebody is after me or has really done me wrong, then I feel like I can be able to at least defend myself. It doesn't mean that you want to do an eye for an eye type of thing, but you're not going to just turn the other cheek and you don't want that. That's that sense of helplessness that that people get. They can, and magic does provide that sense of empowerment that could just be a psychological thing, or it could be because, people who understand pain and trauma can look at their own shadows a little bit more, because when people are in a normal state of mind and a normal state of life, and they don't have a crisis to go through, they don't have a personal growth to go through at that time, they won't understand what it's like to be. So I do think there's a lot of that in magic, an escape, from reality. I mean, as I said, the left-hand path is all about you're going to search so that you can find. You're not just going to wait for everything to happen and come into place for you. You are going to project your imagination and your fantasy, your dreams onto reality just as much as reality imprints it on you. And that's a powerful feeling if you can master that. And it really is all about self-exploration, even the dark side. It acknowledges that we're all going through these individuation processes. We're all going to hell and back. We're all alone, and fate cannot save you from being alone, because we're all alone together. So, it's just that type of thing, and I think it's great to embrace both, really. I really still use healing, especially after I have a really strong negative feeling or a dream. I take a ritual cleansing bath to heal myself, become realigned, become grounded, so that I can proceed with my day in the best way possible and protect myself from influences that I might not ever become aware of or understand. And that's important. But on the other hand, so is my own self-exploration and coming to terms with my own fears, my own psychological projections, of course my own shadow, and seeing what I like and what I don't like of me as a person, and just observing it instead of judging it as much, and just trying to, I'm always trying to figure out more about myself. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's, I want to grow. I want to learn more. I'm always curious. And I do think that's a good trait of any good magician, which is you're always curious and always looking for a different thing. But yeah, the right-hand path is healing, and the left-hand path is sort of a dark but self-exploratory part of us that's necessary. So I know that was pretty short today, but I do hope you enjoyed it, and just please leave your comments below. Please go ahead and check out my Patreon link in the description below as well. I do not monetize here on YouTube, and I'm just getting started and stuff, and I would really appreciate any support you guys could give me, but I also love when you like and subscribe, so just share it all over the internet as well. So thank you so much, and the next video is Native American spirituality. I know I sometimes say I'm going to do one topic and then I do another one, but that's just me. So we'll keep to a kind of schedule, and we'll do that next. So I will see you guys in the next